To achieve the dream of building a gaming PC only using TEMU parts, a lot of things had to happen. We had many sleepless nights thinking of TEMU PC parts, hundreds of phone calls with the top executives at TEMU, and meetings upon meetings with our team to figure out if we can do the impossible.
It has been so many years, but we're finally partying together a full TEMU. But we're finally building an all-TEMU gaming PC.
A PC that's gonna be so great, it deserves an equally great segue to today's sponsor. LTTstore.com, today's sponsor. As you can tell, we're quite obsessed with the LTT screwdriver, and we're gonna talk more about it.
The LTT screwdriver is the ultimate PC builder screwdriver with the ultimate ratcheting feel. The LTT screwdriver is extremely balanced with a light back force, and it's just made with some really high quality ABS as well as a stainless steel shaft, so we don't have to worry about being delicate with these on our set.
One of my favorite parts of this screwdriver is the diamond cut knurling on the shaft to have very precise control of the ratcheting screwdriver.
Now this fancy spinning cap is not just for show. This was actually designed in partnership with MegaPro, and this right here holds all of your bits that are all magnetic, and you don't have to worry about dropping screws ever again.
We've all been there. Have you lost a screw inside your PC build? Well, the screw retriever bit is there for you with a ton of force to be able to pick up even the biggest of screws. This isn't a screw. To learn more, check the links down below or go to lmg.gg/toastdriver to pick up your screwdriver today. Big shout out again to LTT Store for sponsoring today's video. Now let's finally build the all-TEMU gaming PC. Now there's a lot of PC parts on this table, but that doesn't account for all the ones we tried to get to build this gaming PC that ended up getting canceled. So in memory of the two parts that we tried, let's go ahead and talk about the first graphics card I tried to get, which was actually an MSI RTX 4060 8GB for $315. At the time of recording this video, that's actually a pretty dang good deal, but that seller ended up canceling on us, saying there wasn't enough inventory, so boo on them. Now the motherboard was the biggest hurdle with this build. We had a nice Gigabyte B550 gaming motherboard that we were gonna use. We paid $152 for it. Very expensive, I'll be perfectly honest, but that order canceled, and then after that happened, we were unable to find a motherboard for months. There were like several months between that order getting canceled and everything else arriving until we finally found a replacement board. So this was not without challenge. It took a while for us to get it put together, but we ended up spending $843 on an all-TEMU gaming PC. Let's show you guys what we got for that money.
All right, so inside this box that totally looks brand new, we got a Ryzen 5 5500 6-core 12-thread.
The seller for the CPU was Quinlian PC with 4.6 stars. We paid $87.65 for this Ryzen 5 5500, which is a bit expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I just bought one on Amazon for 74 bucks.
74 bucks, and again, this was done about a month ago, so prices are subject to change, but even then, I remember when planning this, that was quite expensive for that 6-core 12-threaded CPU.
Now to cool that CPU, because if you buy it on TEMU, it doesn't come with a cooler, we had to buy the Manageway Ice Moon 240. This is an ARGB 240mm AIO.
We paid $54 for this, $54.82 from a seller we know and love, TGD Gamer. Normally making some pretty crappy cases we bought off TEMU, but this time they have a 240mm liquid cooler, which the funny thing is the 240mm is actually more expensive than the 360mm, but I couldn't find a case that would support a 360mm, so this is what we ended up with.
I mean, I feel like I've seen cheaper looking coolers. The presentation of the box, not bad.
What is on this? It's like a residue. Oh
must
God,
be radiation.
It's called TEMU Radiation, ladies and gentlemen. $54 for TEMU Radiation.
All right, so MSI B550 Pro, and it's full size, which we would never try to do willingly.
Yeah, the seller for this one was quite interesting. The seller's name is 212 Main. I don't know what that even means. 4.7 stars. We paid $130 for this motherboard. Doesn't look new.
I will say this already is looking better than Amazon because every board we buy from them is used.
That's an absolute truth right there. But the funny thing is, you're gonna see this, a lot of these are drop ship products when it comes to TEMU. I think 90% of the stuff on TEMU is drop ship. This is a good example of that. I'm assuming this is like an Amazon type deal, maybe Newegg, another seller, I don't know, but it ended up on TEMU and we're able to buy it.
So honestly, for this being an MSI B550 and it's a full size, 131 is not like horrible. If it was micro ATX, yeah, that'd be horrible. But full size board, 4 RAM slots. We actually have 2 4-pins for the CPU, a lot of expansion. So with it being new and everything, I mean, this might not be too bad.
It may work, guys. What may not work is the RAM. Yeah, so the RAM is Gmog. They are single 16GB sticks, or at least they should be. Is that what it says on there? Let's see.
It looks like it. So wait, is this the line, the golden memory?
The golden memory. This was very suspiciously cheap at the time of recording this video. Not very weird anymore. For both sticks, we paid 38 bucks for 32 gigs of DDR4.
Okay.
With RGB, so.
I mean, it's very square. very, very rectangular. Like, look at that. There's no edges or nothing. Yeah, it's tall too, but yeah, it says 16 gig, 3200 megahertz, 1.2 volt. So I think it's legit.
You can only buy single sticks. Why, I don't know. So I had to buy two 16 gig sticks. I was like, this build deserves 32 gigs, right? Especially at $38, we might as well. So hopefully that does work. Now the SSD, let's see, what's this? This is the gvgmall.
Yeah, is that G-U-D?
Gudga? Gudga. I've never heard of Gudga.
That means it is a good drive. It is good.
The seller's name, on here I just have seller name, so I don't think the seller had an obvious name. So this is just generic TEMU.
Yeah, 1 terabyte though. Do we know if it's Gen 3?
Gen 3 drive, $48.15 is what we paid.
Honestly, Gen 3 drives are going up, so that's actually not too bad either.
So yeah, good SSD. The main thing I'm worried about with this build is the SSD and RAM. Everything else seems normal, and segue to that graphics card. It's a graphics card we've actually done a test video on already.
I just had to check. So this is the, what do we call it? Gaia.
The Gaia from Yeston.
That's what I said the first time.
Yeah, it's an RTX 3060 12 gig. We did a whole video on this card because we were tired of waiting.
Yes.
Now we paid $278 for this, which in the current market, not great. But the fact is, you know, it was kind of expensive then. It was the best GPU option we had. I wanted that 4060, which would have been a way better bargain, but you know, 3060 12 gig. Here's your power supply, by the way.
Oh, this is classic.
It's his name brand.
Just a, so it's a MSI A550BN. So 80 plus bronze. It's on the tier list. I think it's, what is it, like B? Tier C? So C tier. Solid. Not bad.
Now you're not gonna like two things: the name of the seller and the price. The price was $99.
Oh.
$99 is horrible, but the power supply selection on TEMU is just as horrible. And the seller, obviously, G King Road Outdoor is the one who's gonna sell this power supply. Cause why not?
I mean, hey, buy your, you know, off-road accessories and your power supplies from them.
And lastly, the case. For $49, we have a Mustex case, which is not Mustex.
Marvel?
It's Marvel, but the listing says Mustex. So now I think they've adjusted the title because it literally has no name. It just says local warehouse RGB case. 75 people have bought this apparently. But the one thing I'm kind of worried about is that 240 mil fitment. I think it's gonna be okay. I guess let's just open it up and find out.
It'll definitely fit up front.
It'll fit up front, that's true, But it does come with RGB fans, hopefully ARGB. They do advertise ARGB. The cooler, was that ARGB?
Yeah, yep, ARGB 3-pin.
So everything should sync up just fine, but I don't know. I don't think this is the best price performance PC. I don't think so at all. But it is a PC using everything from TEMU. We didn't cheat. We made it happen. Let's see what we have
It's really
here.
odd because of the market that we're in too. It's like, knowing price to performance is kind of difficult right now.
Yeah, because you know, you might be like, wow, that's actually not horrible, but you know, given the market, you know, you never really know what your expectations are anymore.
She looks a little small for an ATX.
She looks a little small. Look up top. How's this gonna work?
It does have, yeah. I mean, look how reset. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is the RAM. It's kind of tall.
But how do you screw it in? Oh, I do see it. Okay, yeah.
Holes there.
Let's see how little holes right there. Okay, guys, it's time to build the PC. We're not gonna do our traditional montage style because you know what? I feel like we should take you along for this entire journey. Any problems you have along the way, we're just gonna do it live. We're gonna build the PC. We're gonna cut it up. We're gonna have some fun, and hopefully we have a working computer. Let's get to installing stuff in the motherboard.
Yay. All right, so standard 5500, no bent pins. It's always the first thing I look for on these old CPUs. And the latch, everything's looking pretty good with this, honestly. I mean, I kind of expect that. It's an MSI board, it's a name brand CPU, so yeah, that was pretty simple. Now this RAM, what if it's DDR3? Secretly in a DDR4
This is where it's fake
shell.
RAM. Oh wait, what if it's just like those fake dummy RAM sticks?
That would be insane. Okay, well that's the wrong way, so that's one problem. This stuff's gonna be tall. It kind of reminds me of like some old like Dominator RAM from Corsair. Yeah, fit pretty good, so I think that's legit RAM.
So Jackson's just having an easy time here with the motherboard install. Everything looks pretty standard so far, as long as it works. But me over here, I'm discovering some interesting things with the case. First of all, what is this cable run for this RGB fan? Like, why is it running across here? Do they want us to just push it down on the board like that? Okay, we'll fix that. Secondly, where's the CPU power gonna go? Where is it gonna go? Not up here, because there's no cutout. This feels like a case from back in like 2014 when we first started PC building. That was the thing where we actively had to look for budget cases that had the CPU cutout because they normally just wouldn't give it to you, which sounds just barbaric nowadays, but it was a thing. So this must be like a pretty old case. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this cable, and then we'll have to strategize on how to get this AIO and everything else to fit in this thing.
Yeah, this SSD is actually kind of cool looking. I think it's gonna be pretty simple as far as the install goes. Nothing super unique there, just a standard M.2, so that'll be nice.
It kind of looks familiar.
What are we gonna compare it to?
Every other generic SSD on the market.
McAllister, find the one that looks like this. Cross-reference the image, go. All right, so the SSD, motherboard, everything really simple. We're on to the little bit more complicated part of installing the AIO. I'm wondering what the actual mounting's gonna be like. It's probably gonna be horrible, but I gotta say, these Gapruon fans, I'm not a big fan of the fan, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the infinity mirror design that much. And I also think it's interesting, it's like you can pick. Like, which side do we want to use, Jonah? Do we want to use the wave or the mirror? All right, so the mounting of this cooler, not great. I already had to take off the stock plastic brackets. Some of the coolers will just use those, which is like the easiest. So normally you would just screw in some studs here, and then you would use some nuts and screw those on, and you're good to go. But this is like, look at that. So you got to put that on, and then these go through here like this. So it's not like my favorite mounting, but I mean, it works. They included thermal paste. Kind of see what this looks like.
Everything is being used from TEMU, nothing else.
I think it's gonna be runny. Ooh, I like the viscosity.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think this is gonna be too bad. You actually, no, this is foul. Hold up. Because what I have to do is this. Check it. I gotta put the screws in, right? No, this is partially me being dumb. Okay, I still don't like it. I wonder what the thermals are gonna be like on this. Because I mean, a 5500 only needs a stock cooler.
So this is just stock cooler level of performance.
I guess that's acceptable.
That's acceptable.
These would naturally go. It's calling for infinity mirror. Are we cool with this, gentlemen?
I think so. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Tradition here at the Toasty Bros. If everything fits right, the radiator and all that works great, we'll continue this build, we'll get it finished, we're good to go. But if we put this in here and that radiator doesn't fit, it's getting blocked by the RAM or whatever reason, we're dropping everything and going to Taco Bell. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we'll just see what happens.
Yo quiero a new computer, but in order to make it run, we need to head to Taco Bell and have a little fun.
Give me them cables.
Where is it?
Oh God, oh, it's almost through there. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's clean, baby, it's clean. You brought the camera for this, Jonah? You had to show them what we just did? All
right, it's split. What do you want, just one piece?
Yeah, give me the one piece first. The one piece is
real.
real.
It's not anything important, right?
It's USB 2.
Do we need it?
I need it.
Oh.
Hey, what else you got?
ARGB.
Oh, ARGB. All right, guys. Our GPU going in.
I think this build took a lot longer than normal.
Also, it's not very sturdy. It is built. And the grand reveal, I'm missing the cover.
It's okay, I got it.
There we go.
Oh,
what is that block? All right, so we got 21 degrees Celsius. And do we have a post?
Oh, is it LCD?
Okay, we're getting USB. Ah!
Yay!
Let's go!
Yay!
Arrived at every drunk guy's favorite venue. We'll have to find the only thing that's never taken off the menu. It's Matt and Jackson, the Toasty Bros, a couple of PC building pros. No one knows why they do it, but they do it oh so well. In case you never thought to ask, the PC runs on Baja Blast. It's the epic gamer secret sauce and the doctor-proven key to living moss.
It works. But you know what? We got to game on it and see if it was all worth it. Probably not. But you know what? We've achieved a lifelong dream. Just kidding. It's only been like 3 years. But let's get to gaming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Call of Duty Warzone. We're putting this PC through some stress. We're running balanced preset, 1080p. We got max FOV, so no upscaling to test this 3060 and 5500. I think we're gonna get a pretty good result.
And yeah, we had no weird issues once we got Windows installed. I mean, it's a working computer, which is kind of surprising for TEMU. So we're gonna go ahead and see if this holds up. I will mention, when we did our video on the 3060 12 gig from this video, we were getting random intermittent black screens playing only Call of Duty. We'll see if that happens again.
Yeah, and one thing, I know I iterated in the video, but I want to say again, is this PC is it's definitely not an easy build to make look good. Anybody could probably throw it together, but it's not going to look good.
It's really the case. The case makes it incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times we get PCs in that, people build in a case like this, and there's just not really anything you can do unless you really know what you're doing and how to run cables behind the board.
Oh, sniper!
HDR. I hate this thing.
High dynamic range? Oh.
Bro.
Nice.
Ah!
Right, a whole team on you.
Don't worry, they'll never get me.
Oh, they got you.
Oh my god, who's worse? Who's worse?
Ah!
Oh God.
That's
Oh God.
There it is again. Oh, imagine all the people.
I'm a lone hunter. I don't need backup. Oh. I don't need backup.
Oh. Oh.
You know what? I'm taking it out on you. Okay, this is my final stand.
Cluster strike. They said this man gonna die.
Oh
no!
Oh, I have myself.
Oh yes. Oh.
This dude is so fast. He's so freaking fast. I mean, he wants me. I don't have any ammo.
Ah!
Where'd he go? Ah! Oh, what am I stuck on? No!
He's dug on it.
I'll take that. I got some decent kills. I mean, hey, TEMU PC so far has not had a single hiccup, so honestly kind of impressive for TEMU.
Next game. All right, guys, we are in Fortnite. Of course, if we're doing all TEMU PC, if we're not testing Fortnite, what are we doing? So we're gonna go ahead and drop at Seaport City, running the usual DX12 far view distance and low textures. Obviously, based on the performance we saw in Call of Duty, I expect very similar good results with this one. This will be much more of a CPU test with that Ryzen 550-500.
Literally at 100%.
Which is literally at 100%. It is definitely testing it. And look at the temperatures, guys. Still 49 degrees. 240 mil AIO on a 5500 is overkill. We'll just leave that there.
All the people in the chat right now, like, you should underclock it to even lower temperature.
I want to see 30 degrees Celsius under 100% load.
Room temperature.
Or it is basically a bomb. Guys, we're using an all-TEMU PC. I mean, there's way more things to be worried about here, right? Are we getting spied on by this PC? Potentially. Oh!
Where the heck did they just come from? Ooh, a fight on the airlift?
Ah! Oh, Fortnite, you're so sneaky. Oh, that's a stormtrooper. And he's taking off in a Cybertruck. Oh! 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 Something about a stormtrooper in a Cybertruck is something.
He just wanted the loot.
Don't you run away from me. I can't. Ah! What is this game, bro? Where are you? Come find me. I'm waiting for you. Oh!
Oh! He got that first shot.
He reset and got me. But hey, Fortnite, I mean, it's running smooth. I mean, the TEMU PC is actually working like a real gaming PC. Believe it or not, I thought it was gonna be a disaster, but we'll run some other benchmarks and then conclude this video. Obviously, we don't really recommend you go your way to buy parts on TEMU. We really never recommend you buy anything on TEMU, but we were able to build a gaming PC, lifelong dream achieved, lifelong, don't quote me on that. Let's go ahead and run some built-in benchmarks to wrap this video up real quick.
Well guys, they say dreams do come true, and this TEMU PC definitely delivered. We were able to game on it. We didn't really have any major hiccups with it besides the cooler situation and trying to make a build look this clean in a case like this, but hey, at the Toasty Bros, we know how to get it done.
We made the build possible and the benchmarks speak for themselves. We ran some other games to fully test this PC. We ran CS2 1080p on low settings at an average of 268 FPS with a 1% low of 124. We launched the Oblivion Remastered at 1080p medium settings with no upscaling, got an average of about 40 to 50 FPS.
And in 3D Mark, we had a score of 8,525, which ended up being a 10 cent per point score, and that is really just due to the prices being kind of inflated with having to spend a lot on the GPU and everything else because, well, TEMU.
Now, in any way do we recommend you build a gaming PC only using TEMU? No. We're doing this for the sake of content and for you guys to see that it is possible that you can actually do it, but it's never really recommended, especially because of price to performance and the fact that you never really know what's going to show up when you buy on TEMU. But if you guys want to build this gaming PC, maybe using some of the parts from other sellers, links in the description down below will be affiliate links and they will help us out. Let us know what you think of the all-TEMU PC and was it as bad as you thought it would be?
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
So since it's all TEMU parts gaming PC actually works, it will be going to sale at PCBros.tech. We got a lot of other builds to choose from too.
PCBros.tech, I promise you, we'll sell it at a good price. You can buy this PC and many others. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You'll save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.